Welcome to Creating and Maintaining Presence in the Asynchronous Learning Platform. Let's begin with why social presence is an important topic to talk about in the asynchronous learning platform. Establishing social connections is a basic human need, and this extends to online spaces. People who take asynchronous courses are not only looking for information, but they're also looking for a connection to be made. You may be wondering, if social connection is so important and if it's a basic human need, why would students choose a platform that does not seem to promote this connection? There are a few reasons. Asynchronous learning platforms allows learnings to happen within a student's time frame. It's flexible, and it's ideal for students who are easily distracted. But there's a reason why they may not choose it. They don't want to feel like they're on an island by themselves with no help. Social connection is vital for quality asynchronous learning. In order to help create a supportive learning community in the online environment, instructors must look to strengthening social presence in that platform. It can help learners feel safe and connected, which are vital to building their confidence and promoting engagement. It can also help them maximize the ability to make meaning out of abstract information and increase their participation in the learning process. So now that we've laid the foundation for why social presence is important and its connection to the online asynchronous platform, let's talk about building some presence. One of the first ways that social presence can be built in that environment is through introductions. How can you do that? Share who you are with students within reason. You can also provide students with a picture or a video to provide a face for the course. Finally, you can create a discussion forum for students to introduce themselves to you and to each other. In the discussion forum, ask students to share pictures of themselves so you also can match a face with a name. Another effective means of establishing presence in the asynchronous environment is giving effective feedback. Feedback allows students to have a gauge of their progress, and it establishes a line of communication. Feedback should have certain criteria. First, feedback should be targeted and concise, meaning pinpoint students to main areas that they are likely to make progress and try to identify at least 2 to 3 of these main areas for improvement and growth. Feedback should also be focused and should align with the goals of the assignment. Feedback should be action-oriented. So be direct and point to specific areas within the students' work and offer them suggestions for revision to help direct their efforts. Feedback should also be personalized. Be sure to monitor your students' progress and address students individually as the need arises. Where applicable, use students' names and a greeting to help them feel connected. Finally, feedback should be timely. Offer frequent feedback opportunities ahead of a final due date, which allows students to engage with your feedback and use it thoroughly in their reviews. And also offer feedback after an assignment so that they can improve upon an assignment before you assign the next one. Also, for learners who don't need special accommodations, for learners that aren't distinguished as ADA, you can use audio feedback tools as a useful strategy. This will allow students to hear your voice. It will allow them to hear the inflections and the tones in your voice so that they can feel more connected to who you are and also have a better understanding of the feedback as an accompaniment to your written feedback. A third way to build presence in your asynchronous environment is to be consistent with students. How do you build this consistency? You can try greeting students at the beginning of each week with a Happy Monday announcement. Students will come to expect that at the beginning of each week. Also, provide students with the best way and time to contact you, either email or phone, and time with your office hours. If any of these things change, inform them of the change so that students feel that you are making an effort to stay in contact with them. Also, try to respond to student inquiries within a 48-hour time period. Finally, you can create a discussion forum for questions and check it consistently, offering responses to students who take the time to go out there and post to it. A final way of creating presence in your asynchronous platform is to spotlight your students' successes, achievement, and milestones. This can be done in a few ways. First, you can collect your students' birthdays and acknowledge them through an announcement or an email. Also, if a student has done extremely well on an assignment and that assignment can be used as an example to others, then try obtaining permission from your students to share their stellar assignment as an exemplar for the other students. Finally, share students' achievements outside of the classroom. If you have student athletes, if you have students that are involved in co-curricular activities, and they have been acknowledged in a way that is accessible to you, and you're able to share it with other students through a video, through just sharing the news of it, then do so. It'll make students feel that you are connected to them not only inside of the classroom, but outside of the classroom as well. So here are some key takeaways to this particular presentation. First, social connection is a basic human need of everyone. Also, students may choose asynchronous learning for its flexibility and convenience, but it does not make that social connection any less important. Also, social presence is essential for high-quality asynchronous learning. Finally, introductions, feedback, consistency, and student recognition are all effective means that instructors can use to build presence. It's by no means an exhaustive list, but the strategies are effective. Thank you for your time and happy building.